So I want to say something at the beginning of this video. If there is anyone that you know of that is missing in your area, in your state, your country, your town, that is been reported on your local news or in your family, please DM me all the information on that missing person report, and we will definitely make sure we update that missing person on our um, channel here. I really want to get into doing these commentary videos, trying to find these missing people and missing people that have been missing for quite some time, even over like a decade, unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. So just letting you know at the beginning of the video. So anyway, so a couple of days ago, wasn't in a rush to do it over the weekend. Musa, hey Angel, she, she, he went live with Gargette, which is one of Nature Boy's supporters. And he said, soon as he got onto that live, he was not playing, that he was denouncing Nature Boy, and he said exactly why. I hope you guys listen to what is being said from Musa's mouth, because I'm going to be taking the live down after this. Um, and I want you guys to listen. It's very important to what he's saying at the beginning of this video. He got right into it to tell Gargette, because I know he knows that Gargette is a diehard supporter of Nature Boys, and who better to tell that to but Gargette. I'm very proud of Musa, because it also paints another picture of what we already knew. And that is that Nature Boy's an evil person. Hey, Star Love 619. Hi, sweetie. Hey, sis. And I'm just glad that he didn't drag this on for cash apps and donations for months to years to come, just to be in the spotlight like he was a celebrity, like some of these ex-Carbonation members think that they are, because they made a name of themselves being part of a toxic tribe called Carbonation, with their leader being Nature Boy. So, we're going to get into what is being said. This is a commentary live. I will be commentating throughout this live. But I'm very proud of Musa, and I can't say that enough. I'm so proud of him too. I was shocked, but I think that he was living with guilt, and he has a conscience like we all do, and his conscience was eating away at him to the point that he had to get it off his chest. I know he was probably saying, people are looking at me and they're saying I'm just as demonic and evil as Nature Boy, because I stand on what he stands on. When we all know that they all are living a lie, even the ones that left and haven't explained their position or how they feel about Nature Boy. We all know that they know Nature Boy is evil, and that he has done some not so nice things behind closed doors with these Carbonation members. And they covered for him and covered for him for so long that Musa, one of the members, ex-members, had to come clean with himself first and foremost in order for him to move forward. And I'm glad that he did, because I believe he's going to be a good father to his children now. He's going to be present in their life. I believe he's going to get a job like us Babylonians, and he's not going to be begging. I don't know. Time will tell for all that. But I'm just glad that he laid a lot of stuff on the line about Nature Boy. And he said he doesn't want to have anything to do with Nature Boy or anything associated with Nature Boy, which is Carbonation, and probably people who associate with them too, including Gargette, because Gargette seems like he's gonna ride out this wave with Nature Boy right along with True. And at 2 o'clock, I'm putting up a video, because I do believe True got wind of what Musa said. We all know he had to have. If I got wind of it, you know True did. And I want to say to you, True is not happy right now. You can tell that in the last conversation he had yesterday on Big Go that he's in his feelings. But True's in his feelings because when you expose Nature Boy, you expose True as well. And True doesn't want to be exposed, but you're going to be exposed because you're sitting up here defending and caping for a dude that you know did 95% of what he's being accused of, with the exception of a few things that are kind of harshly he's up against that he may have not have done, but still enough to incriminate him and incarcerate him. And you know this, but because True is a miserable person, he doesn't care. Because hurt people hurt people. So we're going to listen to this live here, and we're going to hear out what True has to say.
Or actually two, and I'm coming to some understanding. And I'm realizing that it's something that I need to do for myself. Is that I want to say something, bro. Like for me, with the whole situation and everything that went down in the tribe, and I'm not doing this for no clout. I really don't care about that. I'm really, honestly, truly doing this for myself. I have to understand that as much as I love Chief and everybody in the tribe, I don't want anything to do with I don't want nothing to do with anybody that's still associated with Chief and the tribe. Me, myself, personally, I realized that there was a lot of bad things going on that I put myself in that situation that I no longer want to be associated with at all. And I just want that to be known. I want that to be on public record that I'm denouncing Chief and the entire tribe.
Hold on. Are you talking about shit like with the case that's going on, or you just talking about overall?
I'm talking about overall. I don't think that this case would be going on, or it would have gotten to this extent at all. Chief is sinister, bro. There's evil things going on. There's evil things going on, bro.
He finally admitted Chief is sinister. There are horrible things going on. I've never heard Musa come clean and say that about Nature Boy. That's, to me, a breaking point. That is something that I know the local authorities and whoever's going to be making the decision on whether or not they're going to let Nature Boy go or give him a high bond or no bond at all is by all of the stuff that they're watching on social media that's slowly coming out. Now, I've heard people say things like, oh, they're just scared that if Nature Boy goes down, that they might come for them and they get indicted. I honestly don't feel in my heart that that's the reason why Musa said that. It was his conscience that made him say what he said. Waking up and going to sleep thinking about what he saw, what he didn't speak up on, and it was his conscience that made him admit that, yes, he's an evil entity. And a lot of stuff that he's locked up for is not because people are picking on Nature Boy. He, in fact, did a lot of those things. And we also, with our own two eyes, saw Nature Boy do these things.
This situation happened, bro. Life don't work like that, bro. Like, you manifest situations based off of your heart and what you're projecting, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, Chief would even say that how a man's heart projects what it is. Like, how your heart projects what it is. So if your heart is darkness, it'll project you into dark situations.
Yep.
But if your heart is light and love, then you're gonna project yourself into light and love situations. You see what I'm saying? So I got my mind back, bro. Like I'm over here tripping. I'm teeter-tottering between what's going on, because the thing about it, bro, is I was raised in a very good household, bro. I was raised around good people. I wasn't raised to be
He said he was raised in a good household, and I said this before. Those people don't come. They're not over there because a lot of them come from generational curses. Natureboy is the only one that comes from a generational curse. And he's trying to put that on them and brainwash them to believe that they come from generational curses. You hear Musa saying right now, I don't hear him saying he came from a generational curse and that's why he ended up going over to Natureboys because he could relate to Natureboy. No, he got his mind back and he knows that he can't put that weight on his mother or father for why he went over to carbonation. He has to put that weight on himself why he went over there. And it's not because of no generational curse. The only one that was cursed and been through a generational curse was Natureboy. Misery likes company. And that's what Natureboy was trying to do. Put his misery on to them. And he did a good job at it for quite some time.
A gangster, a drug dealer. I was raised to be a good, righteous, upstanding man with morals, and to protect what I watch, what I hear. And so because of that, it makes me vulnerable to people who don't have good intent. Because how am I going to see evil in somebody easily as somebody who is very pure? It's hard because since I'm such a pure individual, I believe that everybody's pure. I believe this person is pure, this person is pure, this person is pure, because I'm pure. I want love. Even though somebody hurt me, I'm like, dang, why would you do that? I've always been like that. I have a really good heart. And I wasn't exposed to a lot of darkness or dark situations as a child. So because of that, it was easy for me to get taken advantage of. And that's the truth. And as much as I still love everybody, my thing is I'll never deal with any of them again. Period. I'll never deal with any of them again unless they able to overcome their darkness and shadows and truly heal. I don't want nothing to deal with none of them at all.
So you saying you was just talking to Solar? You told this to Solar?
Yeah.
That you're not dealing with none of them, including him, because he didn't reach the conclusion that you at right now?
Who didn't reach the conclusion?
Because he didn't reach the conclusion that you at.
Who, Solar?
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that I had a conversation with Solar that helped me reach this conclusion.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Hold on. Let me ask you this, because this was going to happen, right?
I think you can, though. But anyways, to make a long story short, Solar was the first one to say that he was done with carbonation and Natureboy. And then he had a talk just recently with Musa. Honestly, Musa didn't have to listen to Solar's talk. Musa was already feeling like that, quiet as kept. It just took Solar to help bring it out. Like, you know what? We are resonating on the same frequency. And I feel this way like you do, Solar. And it got real deep. And also Musa knows it was on his conscience, so he had to let that go. Because he knows he's seen a lot of, messed up stuff that happened over there in that camp. And to me, that's a messed up situation to know that you didn't, as a man, say nothing or do nothing about it. So, it just was time for him to let go of this so that he can move on with his life, forgive himself first and foremost, then forgive the person that hurt you, and then be a man to take care of your kids and be a productive a citizen in society, because you can't have nothing if you don't work for it. And that's just the bottom line. Don't let nobody tell you that you can, because you were listening and taught from somebody that was hurt, and hurt people. So that's why he said a lot of the things that he was saying to you, because he wasn't trying to educate you. He was trying to hold you down.
People are going to critique what you're saying. They're going to criticize what you're saying. And because you was riding so hard, like, yeah. I remember when the bust first happened at the house in Georgia, the main person I saw on the news was
Musa.
you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Was you. So this is what people are gonna say. They're gonna say, yo, if that never happened and he never got locked up, you would still be there. So what would you say to people who would come to that conclusion? What would you say?
Musa say, I don't care. I got to move on with my life.
They might be right. They might be right, bro.
That's
Because
what I would say.
it's easy. It actually says it in my chart. It says that I can get caught up in lost causes because I have such a pure heart, bro. That it's easy for me. I got taken advantage of a lot in life with women and everything, and that's why I've learned that even though my family may not understand the same concepts in life that I do, these people genuinely care about my well-being. And they would never let nothing bad happen to me. And I can feel that. Just being around them, I feel that they genuinely love and they care about me. And I've decided that I don't, me personally, as I'm building up my foundation as a man and I'm maturing my mind, I'm only surrounding myself around people that I know genuinely love and care about me. That I feel that
And he pretty much is starting to realize, and he's being very respectful. And I'm glad he didn't come up on this live stream all high off the ayahuasca and all that lace stuff that he talks about that he does. You know what I'm saying? He came up, he appears to not be under the influence of nothing. But I think that he wanted purely without being under the influence of something, he wanted to say what was really on his heart and not let anything taint that. And Garget's gonna have to understand that. We get you're a diehard fan or supporter of Nature Boy, but sometimes when somebody's not good for you, you have to get away from them. Now put in a Y in the chat. Did y'all get your notifications? Cause the views are coming in kind of weird. And this is my normal like this is my normal commentary that I do. And y'all flock to these videos. So let me know. Put a Y in the chat if you got your notifications. Or did you just come over because you happen to see that I was live? Let me know.
that no matter what happens at the end of the day, they will always let me know that they genuinely love and care about me. That's for my own self. That's what I desire in life. I desire I deserve to be happy and feel love. I deserve everything that I want in life. And so I'm grateful that this situation happened and I could liberate myself because now I can give it to myself. But I've been since the time that I left to now, I've literally been trying to understand what is it that I was there for? What is it that I've been trying to understand? And I got to this point where I literally kind of started like I was in like a limbo. I felt like I think it's like Stockholm syndrome.
Okay, thank you.
Where you literally fall in love with your oppressor.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? This is a real thing, bro. And it's like the fact that I'm saying this is a big deal because I felt a lot of shit while I was there and I ignored my feelings. I ignored my feelings because I wanted to see the best in somebody else that I seen in myself. But that is just not what it was, bro. So I gave everything, bro. I gave up relationships, kids.
Yeah,
I turned to my family, people that love me, bro. I hurt people that love me, bro.
You sure did. You sure did.
And they still forgave me and then took me in and made sure that I was good. And still giving me the most utmost love and respect and forgave me. You feel me? And make sure I got a comfortable place to live in and stay in. So there was a lot of people telling me what's going on. And I denied it. I blocked it out. You're brainwashed. You know, you're talking about, nigga, you better be careful what you allow yourself to go through because you can be caught up with programs and you get stuck and you can't live your life and you get stuck in weird places. So be careful. Let that be a message. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just letting know I don't want nothing to deal with none of them at all. And I don't feel bad about it.
I feel like Garget is trying so hard to be like Nature Boy. Without maybe I don't think he would mistreat people the way Nature Boy did to that extent. But he wants to have that life so bad where it's not even hard to get the money, to get the women. You know what I'm saying? To live the way Nature Boy was living, how the women were servants to him. Any woman he wanted at that particular time that he had. I really feel like that is the reason why he is a supporter of Natureboy is because he wants that life. He wants Natureboy's life, not knowing that is not Natureboy's life that you want. Because you see where Natureboy is at. He's in jail with harsh allegations brought up against him. That is no life, or that is not anything any man should want to be like.
And that's just the truth. I don't care what nobody think. I don't want nothing to deal with it. I'm rebuking it. I'm done. I'm moving on with my life. I'm moving on with my life.
That's kind of, listen, relationship outside of you know, anything with the tribe. Like, we got our own relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, I deal with you directly, you know what I'm saying? And we talk directly, you know what I mean? And there's things that you are privy to that I'm not privy to, dog, because, you know, I would visit. I wouldn't be there like totally committed. Like, I would visit and I would leave. So just like I said previously, people would say if he never got arrested, you would probably still be there. So let me ask you this, right?
Yeah, people
in regards to the case and the accusations, the charges, do you think that he's coming home? Do you think he will be?
No.
What's the percentages like? How do you feel about it? Because you was there, dog. Like, I wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people ask me about this shit all the time, and like, I tell them the same thing. Like, I was never a member. I was just his friend. Like, I'm cool with everybody over there.
You're not
y'all
his
as
friend.
my
You're
young
his supporter.
boys. You know what I'm saying? So I take the position as the OG a lot of times. Like, even when I hosted y'all in Philly, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all didn't pay me no rent. Y'all didn't pay money to me. Like, I was looking out. You know what I'm saying? And we was building together. Like, we was moving as a family. You know what I'm saying? So, even me being in that position, I would still leave. Like, you know, I would be there. I would show up, do my little thing, see my clients, talk to y'all, and then I would fucking leave. You know what I mean? So it's obvious that shit transpired when I wasn't there, but I wasn't privy to everything. I would be in some of the meetings and shit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody had my number. I had everybody.
I think he has an agenda too. And you got to be careful with the God gets of the world, because trust and believe, he is maybe even more dangerous than Natureboy. He's, to me, infatuated with Natureboy. He, even though he saw the same thing we saw with our two eyes that he was doing to these men, I mean, men and women, sorry. Let's say the women first. They got it really bad. God gets, he thought it, to me, was a humbling experience, like when he went over to Puerto Rico, that he was able to be put up in an Airbnb. Natureboy rented him a car, and he was in that mess of a tribe watching Natureboy dog those members out, and he was okay with it, because that's the life God get wants. I'm just not understanding why you want that kind of life. What is so fulfilling about having a life mistreating people, but making them think that they're going through these hard times because that's what you go through on a spiritual journey? There's nothing about what Natureboy taught these people or were doing to these people that was a spiritual journey. And you're not going to make me believe that.
Else number, but I still don't know everything. So, like, how do you feel about that? And how strongly do you feel about it being a conviction or an acquittal? Like, what do you think? Like, what's your perspective on it? You being at where you at now, because like I said, if we go on YouTube right now and look up this story and look at what's going on with the case, the first videos we gonna see is gonna have your face on there, dog, and you speaking about this. And this is before you saying what you're saying now. So you saying what you're saying now.
When I said what I said on the news, when I said on the news, I was trying to be a good friend. To be real and to be honest with you, bro, I've been had thoughts about leaving. I've been had thoughts about leaving, bro. That's just the honest truth.
He looked on his
I was
face
not
like
happy, bro. I had given everything out of myself. And even now, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm still coming out of it, G. I'm not gonna hold you. Like it's a thing. So my thing is moving forward in
You
that
already
direction. This
know,
is a
Debbie.
relationship, and this is and a what's the word? A relationship that I would like to end in the sense that it's a toxic relationship. I don't know if he's getting out. I don't even know that I don't know if he gonna get out. I don't know. They said he didn't seen a couple judges, and it's more than likely not. I don't really watch that kind of stuff, to be honest with you, G. I'm not too familiar with all of that. You know what I'm saying? I just know that what I need to do for me.
Hey, listen, if they're all backing out Musa Solar because they're afraid they're going to be taken in and possibly indicted, I'm all for it. Let them be afraid because that's going to keep them away from Nature Boy. I'm glad that he broke the chains of Nature Boy. Solar broke the chains, and Musa has. Now I don't know about the other disciples because they really come off to me to be the weakest of the weak links of his disciples, Nature Boy's disciples. They might go back. We haven't heard them break their silence. But if fear is what's keeping Musa from going back, then God needs to keep applying that fear to keep him out of harm's way, or to be ending up like how Nature Boy is right now, in jail without the bail. Yes, he's trying to clear himself. Yeah, he probably definitely is trying to clear himself. And he don't want to be locked up. Any of It says any other time Gargett doesn't want to talk about the case. He just took his IG off private. Things that make you go Saint Hudson. Is this Niza, or you said your page is hacked? What's going on with that, Niza? Come up here on the platform, and don't say you don't want to come up. I want to talk to you real quick. You bring yourself up here for a hot little second. I want to ask you a question. You ain't got to stay up here, but I want to ask you a question.
To move forward with my life. I'm not trying to do this for no trend setting. I don't.
Yeah, no. I can dig that. And what I'm saying is, from your firsthand account of actually being there, did you see any traces of that type of behavior? Like, because I was surprised.
Niza, the link is in the chat, so click on the link and come up.
Yeah,
By
bro.
the
I'm not
by the
surprised at all,
charges.
bro. I'm not surprised at all, bro.
Wow.
I don't even really have to say nothing because all these people saying some stuff. Come on, bro. The fact that I'm terminating this now, plus on top of that, what everybody else has said, I don't need to say nothing about what happened. I really don't. You could put two and two together at that point, because I was one of the niggas that was riding the hardest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was one of the niggas that gave up the most,
You got
bro.
the keys?
I literally gave up kids. I gave up a lot of stuff, bro, and
Money.
I hurt people that genuinely cared about me, bro. So
Yeah.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, and it's
Niza knows that we support her, and Niza knows I've talked to her off of social media. Okay, like a big sister. You need to come up here, Niza, so I can ask you a few questions. You ain't got to cam up. I don't cam up. But come on up here. Here she is right now, about to say, because I'm like your big sister now. All right, here we go. Hey, baby girl.
Hi.
Hi. So your page got hacked. I thought that some of the stuff that was going on your page, I thought that it was you doing that. But we found out it wasn't. So, anyways, let me ask you a question. What do you think about Gargett? Do you think that he's trying to be like Nature Boy? And do you think that he's also a friend to Nature Boy or a supporter? Well, talk to us. You know Gargett better than us.
I think that Gaga is a supporter of Nature Boy. I also think that he is friends with him, and he's, doing his best to, watch and surveillance Nature Boy on his journey. He was surveillancing Nature Boy with everyone else, and I think that it seemed like it was a safe place. for all those people, but things kept popping up, and I think that as a good friend, Gaga has been um doing his part. You know, he doesn't agree with some of the stuff that Nature Boy does, like most of us don't,
Right.
but we do want to surveillance him. And I think that's what Gaggett is doing. And I've always agreed with him in that, and I've never went against him,
Mhm.
when he
Yeah.
stuck up for Nature Boy. Um,
Right.
but I've always agreed that what he was doing was good for everybody.
Let me ask you a question, Niza. You sound different. You haven't been drinking and doing all that craziness or something. Where have you been?
Well, I caught a cold. Here in Philadelphia, I think there's like a cold going around. So I haven't been drinking. I don't drink, but
You
yeah.
sound better. I am so proud of you. I'm almost like this ain't Niza. Because even when you're not drinking, you still don't sound. You still sound. Now, I'm not saying when you're not drinking, you sound like the Niza I know, right? But this Niza sounds like you may have went through some sobriety, maybe some outpatient classes.
No, Miss S.L. Davis, I do not drink. I've never been a drunk. I
Hmm.
I I do not drink. I've never drunk. Even people in my life know that I've never been a drinker.
So I'm
So
saying you used to drink wine and then get on there and
yeah, but that was friend to friend. That was my
Mhm.
relationship with that girl at the time. So, but I don't drink. It's not even in my family for me to drink. So that's how I know. Like I can tell. Like I'm definitely not a drunk.
No,
That's
I'm
not
not.
even something.
I'm
Like
not saying. All right.
I even think Gaggett wouldn't even talk to me.
No, no. Listen, what I'm saying to you. You don't. You've never drank wine before.
I've drank wine.
But I'm saying, so you have never went on social media after you drank yourself a bottle of wine and you get the crying and talking about Nature Boy is attacking you and you get real emotional. Do you remember those times?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I feel as though that you sound wonderful. I'm not putting you down. I'm glad to hear you in good better spirits. I can hear it in your voice that you're a different person right now. And that's a good thing. It's a compliment. It's a
Thank
compliment.
you. I
So let me
also
ask
want to
you.
say thank you. Thank you for everything.
Well, thank you. And let me say this to you too. So how do you feel about Nature Boy being locked up right now? What do you think is gonna happen?
Oh, I am so happy that Nature Boy is locked up right now. I think this gives him the perfect opportunity to sit and think about all the things that he has done. I
Hmm.
think that Nature Boy um is serious about people worshiping him, and he really wants that. He really wants people to worship him. And him being in jail right now or in prison for a while, I think is the best thing for him because as a woman, I think that he just didn't get it the first time. When other women were saying things about him, like Yaya and Velvet, his wife,
Hmm.
he didn't understand that this is not a place for you to force people to worship you.
Hmm.
So him
Exactly.
being in prison is the best thing, I think,
Keep
personally.
talking, Niza. Keep
Okay.
talking. All right, go ahead.
Is the best place for him to be, and I would like to say that I had something to do with him being in prison. For what Nature Boy has stand on, from him dipping and dabbing in all type of information, and then forcing that on those people over there, and them responding like it's a normal idea of what he's having them do, is a problem. Like forcing them to do hand gestures for hours at a time, forcing them to only eat one time a day, forcing them to sleep on the floor all the time. So I know that him in prison, the best thing. And everybody that is going against him, it's good. It's good. Going against his idea, his information is good. So you was on something when you got that tattoo. I got the tattoo because Gaga was somebody that I had my eye on, and I always thought that I was always interested in him and Immortal 5. So that was Immortal 5. I was never I never was like rude to Nature Boy, but I just didn't see him that way. But Immortal 5, I always seen something about him that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Let me ask you a question now, because I see this and it says it's me. You was on something when you got that tattoo. I don't remember you having a tattoo. You have a tattoo of Nature Boy?
No, I got it. I got Immortal 5 tattooed on me.
Oh, you didn't get a what is it called? One of those fruits on you? You didn't get a fruit on you?
No,
On your backside?
no.
Oh, okay, all right. I just was checking because I didn't think you did, but I seen it in the comment. I don't think you stayed around long enough to get all that stuff done.
I
He had
wouldn't
his
want to.
Yeah, he had his hands full with you. I think when you said you want to leave, he was like, here's the door. Matter of fact, we'll drive you there and give you money to get on the train or the bus or the plane. Because I think you were kind of a handful to Nature Boy when you were over
Because
in
I
Carbonate.
spot him. As soon as I see him, I spot him. And that's how it was with me and Nature Boy. He
Mm-hmm.
as soon as we met, I spot him a mile away, and I put him in his place, and he didn't like that. So
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. There's another comment here. Were other drugs done other than marijuana and alcohol that you can confirm or deny?
no.
There wasn't just liquor and weed?
Yep.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Wide chat is what is it? Wide chat is that New York. What are you saying, sis? Miss Italy, what are you saying? Come on
She
up
said,
here.
"Hey chat, is that Nye?" I think she's saying, "Is that Nye right there?"
I'm reading it as New York. Oh my God. Thank you. See what I'm saying? See, you helping me out, Niza, up here. I'm sorry, Miss Italy. It says, hey, chat, is that Niza? Yes, that's Niza. She sounds different, doesn't she, Miss Italy? She sounds different. That's what I said to her. I was like, wait a minute. This ain't Niza. I'm telling you, I'm listening to your voice and you just sound different. And like I said, you're probably doing the right thing, and that's why you sound different in your voice. I think the eyes are you can see what's going on with people in their eyes. They tell what's going on in their soul. But I also think you can also like when you listen to people, that tells a story too. And whatever you're doing, keep it up. You hear me, Niza?
Okay.
Okay, so you have a blessed day. Thank you, sis, for coming up. All right, Niza.
Okay, thank you, Miss
All
Ethel
right.
Davis.
Okay, so yeah, that's you because you said Miss S.L. Davis. Yep, that's Niza because she calls me Miss S.L. Davis, like I'm old or something. But but you take care, baby girl. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye bye. So
Hold on. Let me ask that question right now. So, what's up with you in the chat, man? You said you and the Terry is in love. What's going on, boy?
I feel like because we were talking about love a lot, and I feel like there's this idea and the stigma that we always had to us, like we might be single forever. We're gonna we were like, we're eunuchs, we're gonna be eunuchs, and it's like that's like the worst. Like, yo, that's so crazy. And we were on that time. And so when you were talking about what you were talking about, it really made me think like, yo, we all deserve to have intimate lovers in our life. There's gatekeepers, there's straight people, there's all these people I've talked to in the past couple of days. These gatekeepers are looking for the love of their life. These women are looking for the loves of their lives. All the readings I'm doing, everybody's just looking for a lover and intimacy. And it's like, okay, I gotta love myself first to get that. All right, cool, I'll do that. Loving yourself gives you that and lets you keep that. The moment you choose to have it, that's loving yourself. The moment you choose to.
So I want to say I'm glad that Solar can admit to being in love with Nateri, and I hope that some of the trolls that have been trolling me They now know he's confirmed that he is, I guess, allegedly in love with Nateri. But let's admit to what happened to your child. The heck with a woman that can be replaced. Your child can never be replaced. It never even made it into the world. So when are you going to talk about that? Your child, Solar. Zoca and your child, not Nateri. Something was said to me in my Instagram, and I just felt like they were planting seeds, but they had said, and I'm gonna say allegedly, that Solar was seen in Atlanta, Georgia, at the movies with Nateri just recently, and Nateri had a little kid boy with her. And they said they don't know who the kid was. They wanted to take pictures, but they kind of sort of was scared, thinking that they might catch him. I don't know how much truth it is to it, but like I said, allegedly, because we're not going to plant the seeds that S.L. Davis went around saying that Solar's in ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, visiting Nateri, going to the movies. This is what was sent to me. And I kind of sort of brushed it off, but now that Solar is openly saying that he's so-called in love with Nateri and all this other mess, I just figured that I would bring up what was it's not the facts. I haven't done any due diligence. There's no way I can do due diligence on him going to the movies with Nateri, because I don't live in that state and I don't care at the same time. But these people need to get some healing, some counseling. And I would have been hung up that video chat with 𝗪𝗓, because he does to me have an agenda. And the conversation that they were having with 𝗪𝗓 to me was not genuine at all. Not sure I fully trust that. I would wonder if it's just a parley to get there. Yep, exactly. You can't, you don't know what to trust, Heather, and with these people, because they've been around the barbershop, hanging around the barbershop too long, and they all got haircuts, messing around with Natureboy. So I wouldn't trust it either. I honestly wouldn't. Her sister had a baby boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, so maybe that was a kid that was with them at the movie theater. I don't know. But it's the first time you hearing it, and I did hear about it a couple of days ago. It's not even questionable to me, because I don't care. It's their business, it's their life. It doesn't affect me. I do find it kind of shady that just around the time Solar denounces Natureboy before Musa, now all of a sudden there's sightings of them two together, Nateri and Solar. And then on top of that, they're liking each other's post, and Solar came into her live. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We have to sit back and watch and see what takes flight. Other than that, I'm not going to speculate on nothing. Whatever's done in the dark always comes to the light. These people, hey, Peanut. Hey, what's going on? Long time no see. I don't think he wants them for his tribe. I think he wants to get Eligio out. I think so too. He's a super fan. He even considers himself a friend, when we all know he is not a fan, a supporter. Excuse me. He's a super supporter. He's a supporter of Natureboy, and he wants to see Natureboy get out. So he's in his head, 𝗪𝗓 is. So I really think he has an agenda too. But listen, I'm getting off of here. I've been on here over 2 hours and 13 minutes, and I'm ready to get off. Thank you all for coming into the live, showing your support. Please, on your way out, make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you tomorrow. There's going to be a 2 o'clock video, which is past 2 o'clock. So that video premiere will redirect to what's his name? True. Because True is mad. He's big mad. So go check that premiere out now. All 125 of you. And y'all have a blessed day. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for all my mods. And thank you for everyone that participated in the chat. Hit the like button on your way out. Love y'all. Stay blessed. I'm out. Mwah.